Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. All right, so we have a situation here. Now, I do want to say this about simping. A little bit of simping simps the whole sap. And we're going to get into why and how that is. But apparently, this woman right here, fair use, is a NYC model. Now, it was put in quotation marks on World Star Hip Hop as if, like, oh, she's a model, but she is a model. You see, people have problems understanding that a woman this fat and ugly could be a model. However, nowadays, they let anybody become a model. They are trying to change the definition of beauty. They're trying to make men think that if you advertise, or what they believe is that if you advertise a certain look enough, then that look will become the new standard of beauty. So, in their attempts to do so, they are giving women like this modeling jobs, hoping that you're stupid enough to do it. They think that they can advertise away what you know and understand to be beautiful. And they think that they advertised into you what you believe to be beautiful. So people don't think that she's a model. I think that she is. I think that she is a very poor model, like many models are, especially if that's their only occupation. However, I do think that she has modeled some type of product or two. So let me play the video.
If he wanted to, he would. Hear me out. I went on a date with a guy last week and it was a good date. We had a fun time together. He's a big time lawyer. He owns 3 to 4 cars. He's doing
Look at all that shit. Look at all the stuff in the background. Look at all that mess. I don't know what in the world this is. I don't know if this is like a blanket over the couch or if this is a mattress that is leaning on the wall because she can't fit a regular couch. I do not know what in the hell this is. And up top her lip, I assume that this is a rash that's related to shaving a mustache. I think that that's really like irritation that comes from like prolonged shaving of the mustache. I don't know because I don't shave my mustache. I just let it grow. That's one of the few facial hairs that I keep. So, yeah, but something strange is going on in that region. Now, this guy seen that and decided, you know something? I'm going to try to kiss it anyway because I'm a big time lawyer. I'm going to try to kiss it. I'm going to try to put those lips around my penis. He worked all his life going to law school and all that crap just to hope to wake up in the morning and kiss whatever the fuck that is up top her lip. That's that's where people's standards have become. That is where we are at, unfortunately. And look at the background. Jesus. This is this what are you trying to make this your wife? Are you trying to get she's not wifey material. I know because the background is trash. Even if you look um to the deformities that's due to genetics and lifestyle, even if you look away from that and just look at the fact that she has poor housekeeping abilities, is a reflection of he probably wasn't considering her for long term. He was hoping for a quick slide in. But let's see what happens when he tries to get this quick slide in, shall we? Salute to Brother Vulcanus. Salute to you. And it says Grand Rising, Brother GC, and chat salute. Yeah, thanks. I want to get this out quick because I got something to do at 11. So um, appreciate you.
Really well in life. You guys know I'm a model. I'm new to the city. Transplant. Don't even have a car yet. Like, still building up my life out here. Regardless, I expect my date to either pick me up or Uber me.
Now, you know, when she says either pick me up or Uber me, she means carry me. She means that she expects her date to physically carry her in his arms. That's what she demands. Okay, let me address what Brenda is saying here. I thought models have money. Typically, the one. So I dated a couple, but it's not what you think. I'm not a dude that pulls models all the time. The ones that I've dated have, with one exception, the ones that I've dated, they're not necessarily models, in the sense that you see them, in the sense that you'll see them in print. They typically model something for local people who do certain things, and it doesn't pay much, maybe a few $100s if that. For example, someone I dated in college, she modeled wedding dresses. However, she was a friend of her parents was associated with somebody who owned a boutique of wedding dresses. So it's typically something like that. And it's sporadic. Now, even the runway girl, she actually, it was seasonal and it was rare, and she had a day job as a waitress. So yeah, it's not as much money as you think, unless you are, that chick that gets book all the bookings and all of this and this. That it's very rare that they actually make money. You know, like as a full time lifetime occupation. In fact, I don't even know of any that does, to be honest. So that's very likely her plight. She probably, may have been featured in Target or something like that. It went to her head, and she's thinking she can make a career out of it. And now she's in NYC with an upside down mattress for a couch, with a crappy ass, looks like a studio apartment. That is how she found herself, because she wanted to be an NYC model, and she's presenting herself that way. Look, I haven't met a model with a contract. I met a model who gets called to do events, to, like, yeah, that's what I've met. I've dated those. I haven't dated like a model contractor where I don't even know how that works, to be honest. Like, she's working so repetitiously that everyone wants to hire her. All the designers want to hire her and stuff like that. And she put it like this: I never met one that didn't need a day job. And I'm not talking about dating or anything like that. I never actually met one that didn't need a day job or a sugar daddy. I have yet to meet that type of model. I'm sure they exist, but I am sure that she is not that. I am certain that she is not that. Listen, fellas, listen. Chicks like calling themselves models. They do. So they do like a lot of crazy. You want to meet beautiful women? Say that you are a photographer or something like that. Do you know how many chicks I met who say they a model, but really they took pictures for a calendar in a nigga's basement? Like, I'm a model. Like, no, who he's just a dude with a camera that convinced 12 women to take pictures, and you say I'm a model. But I'll give them that title because they did actually model. Like, so I'll give them that title. But that's what I mean when I say I believe that she's a model. I believe that somewhere someone paid her for a picture, and that's pretty much it. That's I think that that's the extent of what happened. Anyway, let me play some more. Y'all distracted me. All right. All right. Fair use. Oh, Chantel. Salute to Chantel. Yeah, what is this? Maybe you know. Maybe because you seem to have fancy furniture and a purple background and stuff. What in the world is this? This like is that like is that a mattress for a couch? What the hell is that? All right.
Me to the date. That is just my standard. The first date, he was a perfect gentleman. He picked me up and everything. He calls me today for a second date. He wants to go golfing. I said, great. What time are you picking me up? He's like, well, it's out of the way to pick you up. I just recommend you Uber to me and then we can go on our date. And then I wasn't sure if he meant me Uber myself or him Uber me. So I hung up.
Why in the hell do you want to golf with this bitch? Like, I was under the impression that he was looking for a quick slide in. But you would take her to a golf course where people see you with her in public. Like, because you don't golf at night. You don't golf at night. You can't hide her into like well shaded areas and she's scurry in the dark like Smeagol while you sneak her up to your room. Like you can't do that. You was gonna take her out to golf in the daylight. That is absurd. Dudes are thirsty. You are thirsty. A little bit of simping simps the whole sap. That's how you roll the boat. You was gonna take her to golf? Jesus. Oh, and then he asked her, now listen, I am a man who believes in paying for Uber. Oh, really, I just pick a chick up, but I don't take chicks golfing. Maybe miniature golfing. Oh, it could have been miniature golfing, and she's up in the story. She's making the story seem better than what it is. Could be miniature golf. Anyway, um, nevertheless, I there's very little I would have to do with this chick. It just is. Because even if you take away like the fat and this eye wart thing that you have there, even if you take that away, even if you take the whole dirty snowman look that she has about herself, even if you take that away, it's still the fact that this is how you live.
And I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm excited for Saturday, but just to clarify, he calls me up and he's like, can you clarify your text message? And I said, I was wondering what you meant by the Uber. Were you going to call me an Uber or did you want me to call an Uber for myself? And he said, I recommend you call an Uber for yourself. And I
Okay, there you go. I think that he just wanted to say, listen, there is a cap. There is a cap of how much I am willing to spend on you. He's basically saying, though I am desperate, I am not that desperate. I know exactly how much your vagina is worth, and it is worth the amount that I paid yesterday or on our first date. That is how much your vagina is worth. Holy crap. Holy crap. This is probably a white dude. This is probably a white dude. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I just thought about that. I just thought about that. Now, look it up, fellas and ladies. Look it up. I actually respect white dudes for doing stuff like this. But they do stuff like this. And white dudes do what they call pig parties. And what a pig party is they have a contest of who can bring the ugliest bitch to a party. I'm not making this up. Look it up. They actually do this. It's hilarious. Um, and it just is. That might be what's going on. They actually do this. So they'll get around at a golf course, apparently, and it'll be a bunch of women that look like her. And then at the end of the night, these guys compare and laugh and say, who got the ugliest bitch? It reminds me of that movie with Steve Carell, where he said, I think it was like School for Dummies or something like that, or it was basically a contest of who could bring in the stupidest person. And yeah, they do that. I would not be surprised that that's what this is. Somebody said hogging is the term. Okay, so yeah, is another term. So yeah, I hope it's not. I hope that she's not humiliating herself like. But then again, she is making this video in that place with that mattress or whatever the fuck that is.
And I said, "Oh, well, since this is a date, I prefer you to Uber me or you can pick me up." And he's like, "Oh, well, I think you could just do it yourself." And my thing is, yes, I can do it myself, but you're asking me on a date. I expect to be taken care of. Pick me up or call me an Uber.
I expect to be taken care of. You don't get to do what pretty women do. You have no expectations. Be happy I'm paying for my own damn condoms. What in the hell? Listen. I'm all for it. I am a chivalrous human being. I am. I am. But you see, here's the thing. In my chivalry is to offset your beauty and femininity. What you pay for in lip gloss and lipstick and ointment for whatever the fuck that is up top your lip, what you pay for in the gym time, what you pay for in making sure that you got that beautiful, 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 beautiful hair, what you pay for in effort and beauty, I pay for in food and Uber. That is a real exchange. That is a real exchange. What you pay for in having in thongs is a real exchange. What you pay for in having like a biteable underneath booty, that is a real exchange. Okay? And I am willing to give that exchange. And what you pay for in cleaning up your own damn house is a exchange. Or hiring somebody to do it. That is an exchange. You offer nothing. You spit nothing and you do nothing. And you think that I am going to give you my hard earned, well, it's not hard earned because I'm really on the clock right now, but you think that, no, fucking it's hard earned. You deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. Listen to me and listen to me good, fellas. The more beautiful a woman is, the more shit she deserves. And then there's her. And then there's her. You deserve nothing. If it were up to me, you'd pay extra in taxes just because.
The notion that it's too far or too out of the way for the date, it's an inconvenience for me because now I have to pay for part of this date. I have a problem with that. And when I think about it, you guys, like some women, my sister, for example, she won't even pay for an ice cream at the end of the date. And she's
I'm willing to bet your sister is hotter than you. I'm willing to bet that she comes from a different father and she actually has a beauty gene, you know. Or maybe it's the same father. Maybe the sperm right next to the one that made you was sexy as fuck. Who knows? Who knows? But I got a feeling that your sister is hotter than you, and you are trying to play by beautiful women games. You are trying to do this. You don't get to do the stuff that beautiful women get to do. You don't. You don't. Don't ask. What the hell? That's like me going to a doctor or something like that, saying, well, I noticed that his paycheck was bigger than mine. What kind of crap is that? You don't get to do stuff like that. That's like Idris Elba just walking around and he smacks Chantel Simone on the ass. Fellas, you don't get to do that. He do. That's beautiful people privilege. The fuck is wrong with this chick? Oh, and let it not be her twin sister. Let it not be her twin sister because that is an indictment. That is an indictment. Just the fact that you would buy a woman like this ice cream, you would actually pay for money to make her problems worse, to make things worse for you. Let's hear the story of her sister.
She's been dating her guy for a couple years now, but even the first few months of their dating, she refused to pay for anything. She didn't pay for anything. He was like, "Can't you just pay for an ice cream after dinner?"
Brothers, there's so much to unpack with that, but I'm going to keep this under 30 minutes. There's so much to unpack with that. What it seems like is it seems like she was pushing her worth and he was pushing back. If you find yourself saying something like, you're not even going to pay for ice cream after dinner, it means several things. It means that you are dating her on a slump and you want to get to the goodies for as little as possible just to salvage some of your dignity, just to salvage as much of your dignity as you possibly can. You want to say to yourself that I did this disgusting thing. See, now I kind of get a glimpse of what her sister looked like. You want to say to yourself that I did this disservice to my dick. You want to say, even though I did this horrific disservice to my penis, I want to salvage a bit of my dignity and say I didn't have to pay. And then when you paid anyway, you want to salvage a bit of your dignity by saying, at least I didn't pay for ice cream. You was just trying to salvage a smidgen of your dignity. Get him out. You were trying to salvage a smidgen of your dignity by not paying for the ice cream and therefore not paying for something that you didn't really want to do anyway. You just did it out of desperation. And she said, no, you do not get that shred of dignity. You do not get that shred of dignity, that little piece of dignity that you could walk around with your head held high and say, I did not pay for ice cream. Nope, you paid for that too. She took that dignity from you, and now her sister is trying to do it to somebody else. That is you. That is you. Can't you just not fuck? I don't know. That's just me. Not all pussy is good pussy.
And she's like, "No." And guess what? She moves in with this man. They've been together for 3 years, about to get married. He picked that girl. He didn't pick the girl that was like trying to be nice and pay for.
More fool him. You didn't pick a girl that's even trying to be nice. More fool you. And y'all see what y'all simping does? You see what your simping does? Because because that man simped, some other guy have to put up with this shit. You see, that's the thing, fellas. Y'all don't understand how your simping affects the penis of the next man. Or maybe y'all do and don't care. But it does. It does. You set a bar, a ridiculous bar, and now these chicks think that they're regular people and that they can get regular woman benefits like ice cream and shit like that. You get nothing. And men, because a man didn't draw the line and learn how to jack off like a soldier. I'm pretty sure that when they're in the woods and shit, they jack off. So he couldn't do that. He couldn't do without. So he took it under the most unfavorable terms. That is what y'all do, jackasses, fucking assholes. That is what y'all do. Y'all are the ones that be selling y'all houses in a seller's market or in a buyer's market, and then it ruins the price of the neighborhood. It lowers the price of your house because you sold your house $50,000 undervalued. My shit gets undervalued, but you don't care because you just I got the money for my house. Fuck you. All right, you ruin it for everybody. A little bit of simping simps the whole sap. The ice cream buying bastard, man. If you are going to dirt dig, then dirt dig, god damn it. But never have them forget their place. How are they gonna know their place if you treat them like regular, buying ice cream and shit? I bought a stove and she was gorgeous. The hell is wrong with you niggas? So the sister gets some ice cream and now she's like, I want some ice cream too. I have a vagina as well. Not all of them are created equal. Hit the like button.
For her own Uber and pay for her own meal. No, he picked the girl that refused to pay for shit. Refused to.
And another thing, the sister was probably lying. The sister was probably lying and she is out trying to fuck up. God dang it. God dang. Look at your house. Look at your house. How dare you pretend like you have a higher standard of anything when this is how you live?
Pay for anything for his ass, and he is in love. He's about to put a ring on it. He pays all the bills. They live together.
Why do women say put a ring on it? Why do they refer themselves to themselves as it? Why do they refer to themselves as it? Just saying.
pays for everything. And yet, when they first started dating, he tried to play her. He was like, "Oh, can you just pay for this?" No, I'm not paying for anything. Take it or leave it. He took it. So if he wanted to, ladies, he would. Okay, keep your standards high. That's all I gotta say.
And there you have it. Keep your standards high. There nothing about value. Nothing about value. They never say, oh, we need to increase our value. Therefore, our value can reflect our standards. Nope. Nope. Basically, they're saying, keep what you demand high and keep what you supply at whatever. And that is the only life lesson that they're treating each other, or that they teach each other. They don't say stuff like, keep your standards high and keep your house clean. Keep your standards high and keep your body tight. Keep your standards high and keep your hair real. Keep your standards high and keep your couch clean. They never say stuff like that. Keep your standards high and keep your upper lip free from whatever the fuck that is. Whatever the fuck that is. I have people, what is that? There are far more learned people out there than I am. What in the world is that? It looks like she had a mustache and she tried to flat iron it and she burnt the top of her lip repeatedly in the attempt. What in the fuck is that? That's just downright nasty. But that's my 30 minutes. So, Like to thank everybody for tuning in. This is GameChanger 00100. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Game over. Peace. Ugly bitch. All right.